teams that actually do this winning thing, innit? Obviously, if we look from a tactical point of view in relation to how Arsenal were able to beat Leeds, I'm not trying to gas Eddie, but he did it against Chelsea. And not to gas up Lacazette, because you played your part to get us in this position. Lacazette might be rubbish now and not doing the business, but once upon a time when Smith Rowe, Saka were doing the business, man, we're sitting there and gassing up Lacazette. So he's played his part. But one thing I like about Eddie is he's just able to run, bro. You just get 4 or 5 goals a season just by forcing the issue. Luke Aylin's had a terrible game. Millie, he's been done dirty. Milliers does this all the time, innit? He's taking an extra touch. He's ramping, but it's really ailing. He shouldn't have played it there. Or, Eddie Nketiah has latched onto it, and he got it at the time his 3rd Premier League goal. That's what you get just by following in. But I think Arsenal made a fast start. We got 2 goals. The sun was shining. It was wavy. The only things I'm really vexed about is that I'll reiterate it, but a lack of a clean sheet and not scoring more goals, because again, Spurs have a better goal difference than us, really. So that's what I like to see from Eddie, if I'm honest with you. I did like to see the way Eddie and I did like our second goal, because if you look in the build-up, Eddie's actually Tomiyasu, Xhaka, Martinelli. Martinelli's burning man alive on that left-hand side, Leeds his right all game. But I think Eddie was involved. I think he palmed it off to Xhaka after Tomiyasu and Martinelli sponsored the works. Obviously, it's gone to Martinelli at this time. Real Brazilian dons, real star boys. None of this Martial, Hudson-Odoi bullshit. Real star boy shit out here. Really doing things out here. It's another assist for him. He's burnt my man alive. Obviously, Eddie Nketiah just continued his run, not being picked up. It's amazing. Just like I gassed it up with, I still want 2 strikers or a striker, but just like I just said, Eddie pressed for the first goal. It's amazing when a striker, my word, a striker just gets in the box. It's crazy, Gets in the box, taps it in, simple as that. Bob's your uncle, 2-0. 2-0's a dangerous lead. We should have built on it, but I liked that at the start. I don't know what I was trying to do there. But one thing I did like was Tomiyasu. Obviously, Tomiyasu in the first half was amazing, really. He was obviously playing left back. I did like how in the second half, obviously, it was mainly everything down our left-hand side. Martinelli, Xhaka sponsoring the works. Tomiyasu was going down the flanks, but he was going into midfield a lot and picking 1-2 passes. Obviously, I ain't got everyone to scale, but just picking passes and keeping it simple. And he was allowing Xhaka that freedom to run forward. You see, even Xhaka almost scored, and Xhaka to pull out wide and connect with Martinelli. I really like that from Tomiyasu. I don't think I would play Tomiyasu left back against Spurs. I want our best right back against their best attacker. I know statistics might say Kane, but I think Son's their best one. It is what it is. So yeah, beyond the obvious, there was that. The goal we conceded was atrocious, though. Like, obviously, we've only conceded one goal from a set piece, so there's positives from it, but it was a terrible one. Again, everybody played well in general. I'd say if I had to highlight some individuals, I think Mohamed El Nene, I think Tomiyasu, I think Eddie Nketiah, I think Martin Odegaard, and I think Gabriel. We let ourselves down in the last 7 games. All season we've been conceding cheap goals, which I keep saying we're an improved defensive side. We're not a good defensive side. And in the last few games, we've been doing the bugged things. And to go to that next level, we need to smell blood and kill games. There's still too much drama. Fair enough, it was a low-key affair from Leeds. They were very toothless in the first half, but we didn't put no daylight. The last half an hour was a bit nervy. They did score and made it nervous. Gabriel made a good tackle towards the end where Rodrigo couldn't get on the ball. And I think when you add in the Leeds game, when you look at the Manchester United second half, when you look at the whole game against Chelsea, probably West Ham as well, our last 4 games, really, we could have won, lost or drawn all of them. I'm happy we put points on the board. It is what it is, but we can consider everything really and truly. But yeah, in relation to this goal, it was the zonal marking was dead in it. We've lost our battles, not to scale, but if you remember, the one Firpo's being burnt alive by Martin Odegaard, Saka, just anyone that goes against Firpo is probably one of the biggest flops. They've put a ball in. If you remember, Firpo's won the flick on El Nene ain't got there. El Nene's the nearest one. El Nene hasn't got there, and then it's trickled to the back post people. But everybody's at 6s and 7s. The zonal marking didn't bang. But while that is happening, people, I've purposely left him outside the area. Llorente, who ended up tapping it into the box. If you remember, we're zonal marking. We're matching them 3 versus 3. But he's kind of hiding, doing the stealth thing. And like I said, in real time, man, I'm missing headers. These lot are doing the decoy thing and everything's going on around there. He's crept round the back. The flick on that Firpo met flicks onto him. He's tapped into an empty net, which really is a terrible goal to concede from us. It makes things unnecessarily nerve-wracking for the fans. It's a weird one because I do think it was quite comfortable, but at the same time it was kind of scary still. Well, it is what it is in that regards, people. So yeah, looking at the statistics again, El Nene had a good game. He had 79 successful passes. He's having a good end of season, and there's talk of a new deal, which at 11:30 we're going to focus on a bit more. 79 successful passes out of 81. That puts him as a pass accuracy of 97.5. Pass accuracy in the opposition half 97.8. Obviously, I can't lie. That is the most I've seen El Nene this season play forward passes, you know, because he was moving like Perlo, showing why he's the best Egyptian in the Premier League, man. You know, it's easy to do it at Liverpool, bro. Come on, El Nene's played a massive part. We was getting relegated in August. Us and Newcastle were flying. You know, 6 ball recoveries, 2 tackles, so he didn't have much to do. Let's be real, Leeds were toothless in the first half. 1 clearance, 1 interception. From these statistics are not the most standout from El Nene, then you know we've done half our job, really and truly. You know, only Wolves have had more wins by a single goal margin than Arsenal this season. 1-0 to the Arsenal. Arsenal have picked up just 28 points at the Emirates last season with 1 game to go. Arsenal picked up 38. So we made our home form improve. Only City and Liverpool have earned more. We're doing all right. We're doing all right. Where's the other statistics, man? Arsenal have won more Premier League games in May than any other team. So make that count. Since making his first start this season, Eddie Nketiah has scored 4 goals. That's more than in the Premier League than Ronaldo. Sorry, that's more than anyone other than Ronaldo and Gab Jesus in the Premier League. Crazy. If we beat Spurs, we qualify for this thing. Arsenal have won 10 games and lost none of their last 12 against Leeds, which is calm. Arsenal have conceded a goal from 50% of shots on target they faced in the last Premier League games. 9 Premier League games. That tells you there's issues there. You know, we've conceded 2 goals from corners in the Premier League this season. We've now gone 7 games without a clean sheet. I did like to see Xhaka trying to fight, man. I can't lie. Only City have scored more goals than Arsenal in the opening 15 minutes of the Premier League this season. Far starters. Fair enough. Lacazette's got 2 goals from open play. Eddie's got 4, and they've come in lumps of 2. So it's a bit of a brazy one, man. You know, Eddie Nketiah has more goals in the Premier League from open play than Laka. That was disappointed. Eddie couldn't get his hat-trick because I think there wasn't a better time to get it. Granit Xhaka against Leeds. Obviously, forget the fighting man thing. I loved it. Man was just trying to fight people, but 100% of his tackles won, 100% long ball accuracy, 100% successful take-ons, 100% shot accuracy, 80%, 88% passing. And low-key, he's had a good season. He's one of our players of the season. I wouldn't give him player of the year, but if he was to do, I'd say he's top 5. I'll be real. Let's be honest. Tomiyasu, big performance from the left-hand side. Lovely to see him back, people. He misplaced none of his passes, people, in the final third, I believe. Tomiyasu played more final third passes than any other player on the pitch and did not misplace a single one. He played 40. Lovely to have him back, man. I can't lie to you. Arsenal, unfortunately, though, have now failed to keep a clean sheet in each of their last 7. And if I'm Spurs, I fancy scoring just like Leeds should fancy scoring, just like every team before us. So this is where we need to pattern up, people, if I'm completely honest with you. Most goals and assists this season for Arsenal. Saka's got 12 goals, 6 assists. Lacazette is still, Lacazette still has 6 goals and 8 assists with 14 to go with Saka's 18. Smith Rowe, 2 assists and 11 goals. Odegaard's got 6 goals and 5 assists, and Nketiah's got 9 goals and 1 assist. Now 4 have come in the Premier League. I think the other 5 have come in the League Cup. Aubameyang has 7 goals and 2 assists. Martinelli 5 and 4. So yeah, spreading the goals out, man. For context, I think Spurs is 3rd top goal scorer, his own goals. Crazy. It must be nice. So yeah, people, it is what it is in that regards, where that's concerned. That was just a tactical review. I don't want to do again. If the first half, toothless from Leeds, we had 11 shots, 6 on target, 58% of the ball, 2 corners as well. So we need to 292 passes to the 218. So we need to make that count in the future. By the end of the game, we had 19 shots, 9 on target, 64% of possession. Leeds had 3 shots, 2 on target. So yeah, they got a goal at least for really nothing, pardon me. So that's something we need to improve on to go to that next level. Just the same way we're happy about the certain passes and things, we need to really crave clean sheets, because we need to score more goals next season. We need to keep more clean sheets. I thought it was the first one, but it must be the second. But saying that, I do think it might be the second, Within the last 3 games, we've definitely conceded twice from set pieces. The last 2 to 4 games, I could be wrong though, but it is what it is in that regard. So, yeah, man.